Hi guys, I'm back. And today we're going to work with a new paint. This is from Christina Welch, her channel. And she has created her own line of paints called the Pourage Posse paint. This came from, the name came from, she paints in her garage. And early on, when we were all sort of beginning in this, she decided to call her garage her Pourage. And then she created a Facebook group and called everybody her Pourage Posse, which is pretty cute. So these are the links. This is the link to her channel, link to her Etsy shop where she sells her paint, and then her email. So if you have any problems ordering the paint, or you have any questions about the paint or anything else that she does, you can give her a quick email. And please check out her channel. She does lots and lots and lots of beautiful paintings with her paint. And she's created some really beautiful paints. I haven't used them before, but I can see through the bottles. They're just gorgeous. They all have an iridescentness to them. It's acrylic paint mixed with an iridescent, I guess, medium. So we're going to see how they work today. We're going to do just a regular, straight flip cup pour. That way we can kind of see how these paints are going to work the way I mix my paints. The way I mix my paints, you guys know, is just strictly paint, floetrol, and chilled distilled water. Now, if you go online to her channel, she has a great video, and I'll tell you about that a little later in the video, because I can't remember what it is right now. But she's got a great video that explains exactly how she mixes up her paints to get her results. So she'll take, about half of this container, and she'll put it into a cup, and then she'll mix other things like floetrol and GAC 800 and the Elmer's glue glue. And she'll mix all that up and pour it into a 12-ounce bottle. And that way she'll have a lot of paint on hand so that she can go ahead and paint whenever she feels like it, instead of doing like what I do, is I just mix them right before I paint. So it's a little more convenient. So go check her out. Go check out her channel. Check out her Etsy shop where you can purchase these paints. If you're having trouble with the Etsy shop, which for some reason this morning it wasn't working real well for me, so like I said, email her. She's a lovely, lovely person. Lots of energy, lots of happy spirit. So go check her out. And let's move on. We're going to use these colors, these 5 colors today. And then the next video, I'm hoping to do maybe like a flip and drag on a smaller 6x6 inch tile with these paints. So here we have Galaxy Blue Shimmer, Coral Reef Metallic, Bubblegum Shimmer, Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Shimmer, and Lemon Lime. And then for the next painting, I'll go ahead and show you the colors. We've got Chestnut Bronze, which is a very gorgeous, it looks almost like copper. It's beautiful. And then this one, Moody Blue Shimmer. This is the prettiest color I almost have ever seen. It looks like a Prussian blue mixed with an iridescent medium. So I can't wait to use this one. And then Gold Rush, which is just a beautiful gold. So we're going to use these 3 in the next one. See if we can't get a pretty flip and drag. And then her other colors are, we've got Military Green Shimmer. It's really hard to see the shimmeriness of these colors online, but I'm just kind of trying to move them around so maybe you can see the light reflecting on. This is Morning Pansy Shimmer. Then we've got Christie's Laguna Shimmer. And we've got Pourage Posse Purple Shimmer, which is super, super shimmery and pretty. And 5 more colors here. We've got Carolina Blue Shimmer, which is, it looks like a phthalo blue with an iridescent medium. It's gorgeous. You guys know I love phthalo blue. So Alan's Red Shimmer. And Alan is her husband. He also does paintings on her channel. So occasionally you will hear a man or see a man. That's her husband. And he's a nice guy. He seems like a really nice guy. He's funny. And he enjoys painting, I think, almost as much as she does. And this is Deep Lagoon Shimmer. So if you're looking for like a phthalo green, this is like a phthalo green with iridescent medium. And then we've got Dark Chocolate Shimmer. And you always have to have like a chocolate color in your repertoire. So those are all the colors that she has that you can order. And these are the colors we're going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these colors up. Let me go ahead and show you real quick how she packages them. I received them. They were wrapped in saran wrap and then wrapped in bubble wrap. And on top of all that, they have a seal on them. So you don't have to worry about them, you know, spilling out in transit. They're pretty sealed up really well. And I would always say leave this on there, you know, peel it off, set it aside, take out your paint, and then put it back on there because it's going to help seal your paint better than just putting the lid back on there. So, you know, try not to rip those when you take them off. Okay, so I'm just going to do my regular mix. It's going to be the colors, the paint with floetrol, probably about, if I'm using 2 ounces of paint, I'll probably use about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces of floetrol. And then however much chilled distilled water it's going to take me to get it the right consistency. Now, she does mix hers a little thinner than I mix mine. So we're going to try a little thicker today. But yeah, we'll be back after I've mixed all the paints and we'll see what we can come up with. All right, guys, I'm back. And got my paints all mixed up. We're using, unless I forgot to tell you earlier, we're using Coral Reef Metallic, which is this one. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. And then this blue here is the Galaxy Blue Shimmer. And then over here we've got the Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Shimmer. And the pink is Bubblegum Shimmer. And then the last one is Lemon Lime Shimmer. So in case I didn't mention before, because it's actually been quite a few hours since I made the first part of this video, I've been going back and forth between my workshop, which is out in the corner of our yard, back and forth to the house to do lessons. We've done math, we've done ratios, we've done English, language arts, we've done social studies, so we have been very busy this morning. Lots of quizzes and stuff. So between doing lessons and running out here every 3 minutes to paint, it's taken a while to get back. Anyway, I digress. So in case I didn't mention, these 3 links will be below in my description. So I've got Christina's channel here, her link to her channel, her link to her Etsy shop, and her link to her email address. So in case you can't read those off the screen, they'll all be there below. And I think I messed up one when I said something earlier. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Sorry, guys. The yellow, I think I said Christie's Laguna Shimmer, but it's Christina. Sorry, Christina. I'm starting to think I've got like some kind of like brain issue. I think I told you guys, like, gosh, it must have been like a year or 2 ago. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. I fell on the ice skating rink with my kids and cracked the back of my skull on the ice. I hit it twice and it knocked me out and it caused one of my teeth to die. Knocked my teeth together so hard that it killed one of my teeth. And they tried to do 2 root canals, couldn't fix it, so they had to yank out my tooth. So, so I'm a little goofy looking now, but oh well. But I'm starting to think I got like some brain damage or something, because I've discovered like in the last year or so that I'm losing my thoughts and I'm like, I stutter sometimes. And I'm also repeating words like 2 and 3 times in the middle of a sentence. It's really strange, but I can hear it and it's really disturbing. So if I stutter or if I sort of blank out for a minute or 2, please understand I'm trying to keep all my thoughts together, but sometimes they just don't want to come to me. Sometimes I can't think of the right words, and like I said, I'm repeating words 2 and 3 times in a row before I actually get out the sentence. It's really weird sounding. So let's move forward. We've got our 5 colors. I was going to do white in here, but I think I just want the colors to sort of stand for themselves. So I have mixed them to my consistency, which really is about, thickened honey, not thickened honey, just, because honey's thick anyway. But honey that is not a warm drizzle, it's more of a cold drizzle. I like my paints a little thicker. But you got to be really careful when you do that as well, because if you don't pour enough of your paint off your canvas, then you're going to end up with cracks. And if you keep hearing me squeak against something, I've got shelving on the floor. I'm sorry for all the weird noise. But like I said, my workshop is not really set up for painting. It's set up for wood turning on the lathe and generally woodworking in general. So let's go ahead and add my usual treadmill belt lubricant, 100% silicone from Lifespan. And just one tiny little drop per color. Christina, like I said, she has her own way of doing this, obviously, and it's a bit different than mine. So, go check her out, because when you're new to this, you need to try at least 10 different methods before you find the one that's going to work for you. So I'm trying to decide what color to start with. I'm just going to give a few quick stirs to stir that silicone in, but not too many. I don't want my cells tiny. And I think we will begin with, I don't know. We'll go with the blue. And my little pour cup is just a medicine cup, but it works really, really well for this size canvas. And this size canvas happens to be a 8x8 inch canvas. I'm just going to layer these in no particular order. And as you can see, I'm sort of doing side to side and sort of around. I like them where they're not going to come out in one big, I don't know, puddle. That's the word I'm trying to say. Let's do a little bit of pink on top of that pretty color. That coral is so, so pretty. And then we'll do a little bit of green. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. One good thing about working in my workshop is I have shop towels everywhere. And this workshop was the workshop that my husband and I actually built ourselves. The bottom half of it is donated pallets. We collected pallets and built it from the ground up. And it's I want to say it's a 10 by 12 building, and it has a second floor to it. We call it the loft for the girls, so they can climb up and have their own space up there. And the building's not finished yet, but it's pretty close. It does need electrical work. That's why my light is sort of dim, not real bright. I hope the light's going to be okay for you guys. Please forgive me for all the shadows. I don't have really good light. The only light source I have over in this corner is this plant light that my husband bought for me years ago. And it's the same light I use in the kitchen, but in the kitchen I've got, another overhead light really close by. I only have one other light in here, and it's a ways. So let's see what we've got. Ooh. Pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And the cells, just look at how they're just popping up all by themselves. One thing I did forget to bring out here was my palette knife. That's okay though. We can use a popsicle stick. It'll work pretty well. Try and get a hold of it. There we go. And we'll put these corners, get these corners covered. There we go. I'm sorry I can't post as often as I was posting for a while, but obviously the kids come first, and with them being homeschooled this year, I really honestly don't have much time for this. So I'm trying to squeeze in, get at least a painting done a week for you guys. We're hoping that next school year, they'll be able to go back to school. This pandemic will be at bay, and we can, all sort of get back to normal here. But homeschooling has become our normal, so I don't know. I'm lucky because I get to have the kids with me every second of the day. They grow up and move off, and then you don't have them anymore. So I am relishing the fact that I get to have them all the time. Look at those beautiful cells coming up. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so let's we need really just a little bit of paint to get that canvas wet, like we normally do, so that the paint will spill over and move across the the canvas easily. So we just take the edges because we're going to pour the edges off anyway. But that will help it move across your canvas way easier. So guys, remember, have your canvas kind of wet down. Ooh, so pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, that should be good enough. Now, just wipe off my glove there a little bit. We've got a corner catcher all ready. Now, I don't know which side I like better. I definitely like this better than this, especially that big cell right there. So I'm going to pour off this side first and then move everything that way. Got my feet pressed against this shelving material, this metal shelving material. That's why it keeps squeaking. We're going to go really slow because I don't want to run everything over itself. I really, really, really want to save as many of these cells as I can over here because they're just so pretty. So I'm just kind of squeezing that side corner catcher as close to the I keep saying palette, canvas as possible. And then when I get down to that corner, we got the corner, we're going to go back. Drag it down loosely, carefully. Bring all that paint back around. It wants to go over that way. I kind of actually want to take it off this corner just because that's such a prettier corner. So I think we're going to move some of that to the middle there and then go off this corner. Now that may mess up my cells. I don't typically do it that way because it tends to make wonky cells, but hopefully we've moved it back enough to the center that they'll be okay. It just has that big band in the middle I just don't like. So if any of you guys out there are homeschooling your kids right now because of what's going on in the world, let me know. Tell me how you're doing. I'd love to hear that you all are, tackling it head on, having fun with it, or are you having tremendous difficulties? Are you miserable? It's a lot of work. I've always appreciated teachers. I have always had a great, respect for teachers. It's a lot of work. Kids can be really, sometimes they can be difficult. Sometimes they can be harder to work with. So I've always had this appreciation for teachers. But I tell you what, now I have this new respect, this new appreciation for teachers. I had thought about wanting to be a teacher at one point, but nope. I no longer think about that. I love being able to teach my own kids, but I don't think I've got the patience. It's exhausting work. Okay, there we go. We're going to leave that like that, I think. Maybe torch it through here, see if anything else will come up. And let me take my little stick here and get the drips from underneath, because if you don't get those drips, they're going to continue to pull your paint down. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to take my gloves off so we can torch. Not over the painting though. Really quick, get rid of the air bubbles. There we go. All right, I think we're going to leave it. I think it's really pretty. I love all the colors. They're not blending together and creating mud. That the orangey color on top is really, really, really pretty. And it's created some really pretty rings around these turquoise cells. So let's see if we can get you down and get you a little closer view of this. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can get kind of at a different angle. I'm trying to see if maybe you guys could see like the sparkliness of it, because it's iridescent. You can kind of catch a little bit of it as I'm going over. You can definitely see right there, right in there, you can see how it kind of sparkles and shines. We had a little tiny bit of mixing of color, but we also had lots of color that stayed really solid, so that's good. That's what I look for in a paint. We want it to stay nice and solid, not blend and turn into mud. And there's the sides. I don't torch the sides anymore because I always get little tiny cells, and I don't want that. So I just let whatever the sides are going to be, they're going to be. Okay. All right, well, there is your pretty for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, the next video we're going to do, I think we'll do it on a 6x6 tile with those other three colors. And see what we can come up with. Really super pretty. Definitely, I would suggest, ordering some of these to go along with your other paints, or just, you can switch to these paints altogether, because she has a lot of different colors. And I'm sure you could mix some of these colors together to make even more colors. So go check out Christina Welch. Check out her channel. Check out her Etsy shop. If you've got any questions, give her an email. She definitely will answer you back. She's real good about answering emails. So, hi, Christina. And thank you all for your support of my channel and being patient while we're doing the whole school from home thing. Thank you all for watching the videos for me. I really greatly appreciate that. Really, right now, the only way I can keep my channel alive is through donations, because I can't afford to buy any more products right now. So I greatly appreciate any of your donations and your support of my channel. And if you hear an echo, it's because I have a lot of, empty space. I can hear my voice echoing. So apologies for that. Wherever you are on the planet, I hope you're happy and healthy and safe, and you're wearing a mask when you go out in public, and you're taking good care of your loved ones. See you later. Bye.